Welcome into another edition of the Leadership Library, hosted by CEO and author Rocky Romanella. Rocky is the author of the book Tighten the Lug Nuts, The Principles of Balanced Leadership, and has over 40 years of business experience as a prominent member of the UPS Supply Chain Solutions team, as well as the CEO of Unitech Global Services. So sit back, grab your notebook, and take a seat, and get ready for this edition of the Leadership Library.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Leadership Library. I'm your host, Rocky Romanella. Today's episode, we're going to be influenced by another one of my favorite bands, Fleetwood Mac, who sings that great song, Don't Stop Thinking About Tomorrow. And throughout our careers and as leaders, we have to think about tomorrow, whether it's next year, whether it's the next 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, as part of our responsibility from a strategic point of view. When you're getting towards the end of the year, you're starting to think about things like your business plan. But I would urge you to not only think about those, but think about your responsibility of having career development meetings as well as evaluations. How do you evaluate your people in a positive way with constructive criticism? Do you have an approach? Do you have a way of doing it so that people see that you've done it in a thoughtful way? Do you do it in a way that gives them that feeling that you care about them, but you're not afraid to deliver at times the bad news that they need to hear about the things that they may be off plan on? So as we start to think about tomorrow, and we don't want to stop thinking about tomorrow as leaders, start to think about, in this world of maybe virtual, and maybe more of you are virtual now than you ever have, you still are obligated as a leader to have those quality career discussions, to have those quality evaluations. And so I would suggest you put together a template of what are the things that your people do well, what are the things that they could do better, what are the areas that you feel like there's improvement opportunities for them, and frankly, what are the areas that are important to them for their career path and their career growth. For me, for example, years ago it was I needed to be a better public speaker. Now today, as you know, I'm a keynote speaker, I do leadership training, but in my early days, in my early career, I was the last person that would have been a public speaker. And so when that was identified to me as you may be a very good one-on-one speaker, you may be very good in small groups, but there's going to be a time when you're going to have to be the person who can command a room or the person that can command an audience. And so you work at those things. And so that would be that area of improvement, areas of opportunities for growth, and areas that you may be uncomfortable with, but I need to challenge you as part of your evaluation process to be a little uncomfortable and to work on those areas. But I think it's important that you have a process. I think it's important that you have a game plan for each of the individuals in your care, and you take the time to sit and find a way to do it in such a manner that they have your undivided attention and you have their undivided attention. Because nothing's more important to an individual. They want to know where I stand. Do you recognize my talents? Are you there to help me? And if I'm off plan, someone's got to sit down and have that conversation with me. And so career discussions and evaluation should not be the casualty of COVID or the casualty of virtual. It's important for you to make the time and lay out the right game plan so that you have your people ready for tomorrow. Until our next show, have a great rest of your day, be safe, and we'll talk soon.